Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out Polygon's price chart. And if you remember, in the previous video we were right around this area, and the idea was that because in this phase down in Polygon we took all the lows in here, to me this meant that probably we are having a correction up starting from the lowest low about 19.5 cents and not an impulse. And I said, okay, odds are we are having a 1 2 3 to about here, and followed by that this move up is just going to be a correction for 4, and we can expect another move down into our wave 5, which in it there's a good chance that we're going to take this low about 19.5 cents. And as you can see, we definitely did that. Now let's zoom on more and see what is going on. And I do think now we can argue this point is going to be the end of our wave 4, and followed by that we can say maybe like this is a 1 2, and then maybe this is going to be a 1 2 3 4 5 wave down into our wave 3, and the current move up might be a corrective movement into wave 4. And what's going to happen next if this scenario is in play? Unfortunately, we are going to see another move on the downside into wave 5 in Polygon in the short term, in order to most likely take this low about, let's say, 18 cents. Now here's a very important point. In Polygon, from this point moving forward, I'm going to look for some optimistic signs, because one way or the other, whether we're going to get a very strong bounce back from the current point or maybe a bit lower, I can absolutely find the sub waves to work. I just need to see a very strong recovery phase, and you know it, off of the lowest low, I need to see a very solid 1 2 3 4 5 wave impulsive structure on the upside in order for me to call the lowest low our final bottom and say we may have started a beautiful uptrend in Polygon. As long as I'm not seeing that, I'm going to be a bit careful. And also, if we get a very strong move up starting from the current point, first things first, I want to see Polygon taking this important high about, let's say, 24.5 cents. And second, I want to see overall getting back above this unbelievably important right now, unfortunately, resistance area, which is from weekly and daily time frame at the same time between 26.5 to about 30.5 cents. If we do something like this, for example, like a 1 2 3 4 5 wave up, and we get back above this level, at that point you are going to see me talking bullish in Matic with a lot more confidence. For now, I'm going to be more bearish than bullish in the short term, as long as I'm not proven otherwise. And the moment that I see some optimistic signs, you are going to see me flip completely bullish in Polygon in a heartbeat, because in the mid to long term, I am a believer of having a beautiful bullish setup in here. Odds are we are having in the long term a 1 2 big 5 up into wave 3, and this is a correction for wave 4, probably an ABC, which I believe we are actually at the final stages of completing the subwaves for our C leg, indicating this is going to come to an end soon. And what's going to happen next? We are probably going to have another magnificent bull run into our wave 5, which in it we are going to most likely set an all-time high and take the highest side all the way up here about, let's say, $3. But I think we can definitely go quite a bit higher than that. So the general picture in the long term is 1000% bullish. Do not get me wrong. It's just the fact that in the short term, we need to wait a bit more and be patient and see some optimistic signs in order for us to flip bullish. As long as we're not saying that, I think we shouldn't really be jumping into any unnecessary bullish conclusion. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Polygon. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.